Hi, my name is Hope Thompson, and I'm a screenwriter. I have always, loved film, and especially crime and mystery stories, genre films, horror that involves werewolves, vampires, sort of creature feature type films. And I wanted to try to write one. I wanted to just try to write a short film. That was actually the genesis of my interest. I wanted to write something that, like within those genres, which I'm very interested in and I've always enjoyed, I wanted to write something that had a queer character because I didn't see a lot of that on screen. So that led me to take a course simply called How to Make a Movie. I took that course, I made a short film, and then like many short films later, festival runs later, I ended up getting into the Canadian Film Centre's feature writing lab, and then I later on did an MFA in creative writing at UBC, which led me to various connections and then ultimately to Real Life. I mean, I've always had this interest in genre work and mystery, crime and mystery. But as I've been writing over the years, I've been working in many different projects. And part of that is Real Life too, has given me some unique challenges, which have been great. I currently have, it's not a real life thing, but it's a short story that was recently published. It's a short crime story that was published in an anthology by the Crime Writers of Canada. And so that just came out a few months ago. So I'm proud of that. And I have a feature, sort of teenage creature feature that I just completed. So it hasn't been produced, but I'm hoping there'll be some interest towards. I adhere to the kind of classic writing, sort of craft-based process, which is from idea to logline, to character work, beat sheets, treatment, sort of a traditional Hollywood kind of approach where you're just working on looking at the idea from every different angle and slowly developing it before you get to first draft. I think it's actually Stephen King's approach, which he talked about in his book On Writing, and where the screenwriter is like an archaeologist. They're digging at this idea that's almost like seeing the edge of a pot that you're digging out of the ground. And as the more you work on it, the more it starts to be revealed. But what I like about that idea is that the finished story is there. You just have to take the time and effort to reveal it, to work on it. I find that inspiration and ideas only come from writing. Like once you've got sort of the main project you're working on, like you find out where it's going by writing, by working on it, not by, wandering around or having a nap. But the key is in the work. The key to the end, the idea to the creative inspiration is in the work. One of the things Robert McKee says about that is to just research, like whatever project you're on, just to stop and do research, because it fills your mind with fresh ideas and that may or may not feed back into the story you're working on. But so I sometimes try that. But the other thing is I have so many projects on the go. So I just take a break from one and switch to another, because they all kind of feed different parts of the brain. And I find that just helps me get over that hump. I think I would love to work on a project, on a John Waters project. That would be really interesting. I say that because I really admire his work. I admire his sort of take on the world, and writing and working with someone with that kind of brain and sort of creative brain would be really interesting. I'm going to say Michael Clayton. It's a film from a few years ago. Really masterful writing, character-driven stories, suspenseful, great acting. I have many favorites, but that is one that I was just coming back to recently, and I think it's an excellent screenwriting by Tony Gilroy. And but I have many other favorites, sort of from the classic era, like Chinatown, Laura, Sunset Boulevard. So many of sort of noir-y type crime favorites. But Michael Clayton of the Modern Era, I think, is an excellent film and a favorite. And then actually just recently, a few years ago, a comedy that I thought that I really just adored was Booksmart.